Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new here. It is time to do the 2023 year-long empties, everything I finished up this past year. Normally I'd be making a November and December empties video right now and then do a full year-long empties, but it just seemed kind of repetitive and I'm gonna probably talk about all those products anyway. But here's a snapshot of all the stuff I did use up in November and December. I know sometimes I like to see like what I use up in that amount of time. But they're all going to be mentioned here anyway. I do sound a little bit congested because I got COVID. I still have COVID actually. The symptoms aren't too bad, so I'm able to make this video. My fatigue is there a little bit. We're going to power through. I had laryngitis like twice, like once in November, once in December, and now I have this. It's like absolutely crazy how sick I've been this fall and winter. It's been really, really bad. For me, this is really weird. Like normally I get sick once and then that's it. And I'm good for a couple months. No, this is just really weird for me. So love me through my congestion and my COVID symptoms. I'm just happy to be making this video right now because this is a lot sooner than I thought I would be making a video. Plus I want to get all this crap out of my house. So let's get started and see what I used up. I got through, well, not just me, but me and my kids got through 3 bottles of baby wash and shampoo. So I use this just to wash my face. This removes all my makeup. My kids use it too as well, like I said. Last year, it looks like I used up 2. I don't remember how full this was when 2023 started. Like it could have been down to here and it feels like it's 3 that I emptied out, but it's more like 2.5 or 2.25. I don't know, but this is my favorite. I will always buy this and have this in my bathroom as of now. I have here 3 empty hand wash bottles here. So a lot of these did not come into 2023 full size at all. This one might have been, but these 2 were definitely just scraps from the year before. So there's like another hand wash that I used up from Aldi's and I like that a lot, and I have another one that's about to finish up, so I don't know what that tells me about hand wash. I don't even know if I need to have this category at all next year. Probably won't. The moral of the story is like I'm glad to be pushing hand wash out of my bathroom because a lot of these, like I said, we're just kind of at their ends. I don't mind like having a more seasonal type of fragrance in a hand soap once in a while, but the thing is, I don't like having them out all year, and then this is what ends up happening. I end up having like little scraps that I kind of, have stored away and then have to bring them back out, kind of a thing. And I don't know if I love that, but I don't know if I even care that much to think too much about it, so whatever. I finished up 2 shampoos here. I have the Head & Shoulders Supreme Detox and Hydrate. This is the most recent empty, and the Curlsmith Core Strength shampoo. It seems like this is a low number to get through in a year for shampoo. Last year I got through a couple more bottles, but again, I don't know if they were like full-size bottles last year that I was using up, or like rollovers from the year before, so it might just seem like more. So yeah, this one felt like it took forever to use up. I don't wash my hair every single day. That's not how I do it. I usually wash my hair every other day, sometimes like longer than that, but generally like every other day. I have a new bottle of Head & Shoulders shampoo that I'm using right now in a different fragrance that I like a lot more than this one, so I don't ever want to get this one again. This one, like, it doesn't do anything for me. It's the argan oil and coconut water one. Like, nothing exciting to say about this guy. In general, I think I don't need Head & Shoulders shampoo. I think I just need like a moisturizing shampoo and we're good. This one was good. I do remember that, but nothing that I need to repurchase. It was just a nice shampoo. So 2 bottles of shampoo, 2 to 3 bottles per year seems to be about what I use up per year based on last year's data. So there's that. So body cleansing stuff, I used up a body wash this year and a bar soap. So both of these are brands from like Marshall's or TJ Maxx or one of those types of stores. This one's Lucetta Coconut Milk shower gel, and this one is just a 1945 charcoal and vanilla bar soap. I know why I bought a bottle this large. It's so I wouldn't have to deal with buying body wash throughout the year, but honestly, I'd rather do that than keep a nasty bottle in my shower for that long. I don't know how long I had this thing. I want to say like 2 or 3 years this thing lasted me because I also use bar soap too. So I don't need that. I don't like gross bottles. So that does not need to happen. And sometimes it's just nice to switch things up. So if I run out of it quicker, that's not the worst thing. It was a good one. It's just not, I don't need to have that much of any type of product because it's just too long to keep something and it drives me crazy. The bar soap as well was fine. As long as bar soap doesn't dry me out, that's the only concern I have with it. Those are the main takeaways for that, for body cleansing stuff. So even though this is a conditioner, this is the White Rain moisturizing conditioner, I did not use this as a conditioner, so I'm not going to count it as that. I use this as like a shaving cream, and maybe on my daughter I used it a little bit. The only takeaway from this is that I never want to buy this again. I feel like I've told it a million times on my channel, but if you haven't heard yet, I pretty much got this in a state of panic because we had a lice thing in 2020 going on, and I was just like grabbing stuff because I was freaking out. And never again will I do that because I didn't even use this the way it was supposed to be used, and I just ended up using it just to use it to finish it up. So we're not going to make that mistake again. In actuality, I probably go through 1 bottle of conditioner a year. 1 bottle right now that's just about to finish up, but I couldn't even count it in my December empties because there's still like maybe 1 or 2 uses left in it. But it seems like about 1 bottle a year if we're actually going to talk about conditioner used as conditioner. I have here 2 packets of this Revlon Color Silk After Color Conditioner, which you get with the hair dye. So 2 are here. I don't know if I used up actually 3 because I feel like I dyed my hair at least 3 times this year. I never used to use the entire thing after I dyed my hair, but I've learned that you're supposed to. So based on the directions, which I clearly didn't read or pay attention to, so I have to actually use the whole thing when I dye my hair. So I don't really know what's going on, but I used up 2 of these. They're pretty good. It does make your hair very, very soft after dyeing your hair, which you kind of need. Usually I don't use conditioner like on the top part. I usually just did the bottom. But it makes a difference. Like that could weigh people's hair down, but it makes my hair softer overall. And I do have an issue with my hair like frizzing out. So it does help to do the mask on the whole head. I don't know if that's like news to anybody, but kind of different for me. So that was never what I used to do. But now I'm going to do that more often. I don't have all the boxes, but I do believe I dyed my hair 3 times this year. I do like the Revlon Color Silk dye in brown black. That has kind of been my go-to. This is great because the price point is good. It's not too expensive, and I now dye my hair, 3 times a year, so I don't want to like blow my budget on hair dye. And I like the results. At first I was concerned like maybe this was affecting like dandruff on my scalp, but I think more of what it is how I'm using my hair dye. Like you just have to be careful that it's not like sitting on your scalp for too long because it can cause a reaction. I think that's what was going on. So I will continue to get these as long as I can and just be very careful with like how long it's sitting on my hair. Never had an issue with that before, but I think I don't know, your skin changes, like how it reacts to products changes. So I just dyed my hair with this a couple weeks ago and I feel like my hair's been fine. I was more careful with it this last time. Moral of the story is I used 3 of these and it's probably going to be the norm moving forward. And along the same path of covering grays, I used up 3 of these guys. I've talked about these a lot. These are the Magic Root Cover Up by L'Oreal in the shade dark brown. Great product. I already have a stash of these going as well. It's just one of those things now that it's become a staple, unfortunately, in my collection because I have grays for real. I might try to do a balayage type of like dye thing, like get that done professionally because I've never ever gotten my hair professionally dyed. So I would like to try that and see how it looks. It's way too long talking about hair dye. Let's keep going. 2 bags of cotton balls. Always use cotton balls, but that's how much I got through in 2023. I think one is just like Ulta brand, one is Target brand, as long as they are the jumbo type, because I do break them apart just to lengthen the amount and get more usage out of it. So there you go. These are all the face moisturizers I used in 2023. 2 are the SPFs for the face. I have the CeraVe Ultralight SPF 30, and then I have the Skin and Lab SPF 51, and I loved both of these. These are good. These are good. This one I got from Amazon, and this one is just from anywhere, Ulta, probably drugstore, wherever. I would get either of these again. I personally prefer a lightweight SPF, but the one I'm using right now is a little bit thicker, but I haven't minded that either. So the Skin and Lab one is a Korean brand, and I've heard really good things about Korean skincare. If something else is available and on sale, I'm more than likely to just go for the thing that's on sale at this point. But I would definitely recommend the Skin and Lab one, and CeraVe is a tried and true one that I've always used for years. And I use one eye cream. So this one is the Kiehl's Creamy Eye Treatment with Avocado. This guy was a full-size monster of a cream. And this was a really nice product. I just don't need to get it again because I don't really use eye cream like that. I tend to use my whatever moisturizer I'm using as an eye cream, and it works. Right now I have a retinol cream that I kind of dab over here anyway, because this is where I would probably see the most results with retinol. It's like, this is where I get wrinkles. I feel like eye cream right now is a little redundant for my needs at this point. I can just use whatever. That could change in the future, but right now that's where I stand. And then this Caudalie sample that I got was nice as well, but didn't do anything really extravagant. It was just like a nice moisturizer. This is the Vino Perfect. So I finished up 3 serums this year. This is the Rock Retinol Correction Line Smoothing Daily Serum, the Ordinary Lactic Acid, and I used up the Cocoa Kind Vitamin C Glow Serum. Retinol I use at night, the vitamin C I use during the day, and the lactic acid I didn't use every single night, but I started to because it was getting old. With serums, I definitely think the vitamin C and the retinol will be staples in the at least immediate future. I don't know like how my skin will change or what I'll need. I don't really think I'm gonna repurchase lactic acid at all because this was really good in the beginning and then it started to lose its effectiveness like as it got older, and I just didn't see enough of a difference towards the end. To me, this was just like a nice add-on, but not as essential as these two. So I really like the Rock one though. I would totally repurchase both of these again. In fact, I repurchased this one. So those are the lessons with the serums. Moving on to like masks. I used up these Beauty Bio masks this year. These are the under eye like gel patches. Forgot about them once they were finished. I don't seek these out kind of a thing. It's like if I have them, cool, but if I don't have them, it's like out of sight, out of mind type of a thing. I did appreciate like the cooling sensation. And then I used up this face mask. This is the Purity Made Simple face mask. Yeah, this one took a really long time to use up. I feel like I had this one for a while. With face masks, they're one of those things that I like having. They do help, especially when my face is going through like a congestion period or something where I just want something soothing. But yeah, I typically use them once a week if I'm being good. Sometimes it's like every 2 weeks, or sometimes I'll go like a full month without using it. So it just depends. But yeah, I usually like to have one, and more than that is just, I know I'm not going to use them in a timely manner. 2 hand sanitizers, yay. That was great to move out. These were not full size when I brought them into 2023, but they just needed to go because these are old, and I learned kind of recently that this stuff expires, which I don't need that when it comes to killing germs, especially clearly I don't need that. I don't need things expiring on me that need to work. So the only problem is I don't want to have 2 of these because I don't get through them quickly, but at the same time, when I'm getting gas, these things are essential because God only knows what the heck is on those gas pumps. There are times when my hand sanitizer was in the wrong bag. Like I need to have one in my work bag and my regular purse because I don't know what I'm going to have with me when I'm pumping gas, and I need to be prepared. So I could also just leave one in my car, but in the summer that can be a problem because the plastic, it like expands in the heat. To keep the germ thing as a non-issue, they need to be around me more than I want them to be. So that's just how it's gonna have to be. For nail products, I finished up one of these guys. This is the 100% acetone. This is always gonna be a staple in my collection because when I do nails, I just don't have time to use the regular strength stuff. It has to be quick. So that stuff is the best. Or any type of 100% acetone. Doesn't have to be that one. That's like Beauty 360, I think. You can get them anywhere, any brand, doesn't matter, as long as it's 100% acetone. I finished up a Sage Vite clear top coat, dry fast. Already have a repurchase of this, and I've been using it. It's a favorite. It's a staple. These 3 body lotions, as you can see, these are not all full size. Just this one is. Little Journeys brand from Aldi's. Good one if you're looking for a cheapie that works and is skin softening. Like, this is pretty decent, so recommend that. It's a Beekman one, and this one is just like a hotel one that they give you from Hershey Lodge. If I'm gifted fragrance body lotion, that's one thing, I'll use it, but I won't go out of my way to buy fragrance body lotion. I prefer like something more neutral or has zero fragrance in it if possible, or very light fragrance, but I didn't mind using these. Like, again, I'll use them if they're given to me, but I don't go out of my way to buy them myself. I finished up one hand cream this year, the Caudalie, I don't want to butcher this, but that's the type. And this was very fragrance, but necessary. I always have to have a hand cream in the winter. And then once spring and summer roll around, I don't need it at all usually. So it's more of a seasonal product for me, but the size is crucial because I keep these in my purse, but I won't hesitate bringing a bigger container with me and using that as a hand cream. It just depends on the size of the bag that I'm carrying and how desperate I am for a hand cream. But yeah, usually a smaller size is appreciated. I'm not sure if I'm going to count this as an empty, but I couldn't use it anymore, so I will. This is the Nair face cream, the moisturizing one that like is for hair removal. I use it right here, and sometimes I do put it off a little longer than I need to. If I don't need to put it off, I won't, if it's gonna help me use up the product and get the true value out of the product. You know what I mean? Probably 5 uses in here at least that I could have gotten out of this, and I lost those 5 uses, but not a big deal. Just something to note for the future. I finished up one of these Beekman 1802 face wipes that came with the other Beekman product that I was talking about, but yeah, it came in a set. These were good. I really like them. I don't buy face wipes myself. If I get them for whatever reason, I'll use them, but yeah, I don't typically buy these anymore just because I use baby wash for that, so it's kind of, for me, not as necessary. So, but yeah, these were fine. And this I also used up this year. This is the Beauty Counter cleansing balm, which I actually stopped using as a cleansing balm. I stopped doing that a while ago because it sucks as a cleansing balm, but I used it to wash my brushes towards the end. It's overpriced. I would never buy this again because I didn't like it. If I'm gonna wash my makeup off, it has to come off like once. I don't want to use a cloth with it. None of that. It just has to rinse off. So that was the lesson learned there. For hair styling products, I used up 2 this year. Yeah, this is the Got to Be Defiant Shine Pomade. I found my use for this. Like I was able to make it work for my hair and the frizz and all that stuff, but this isn't like a preferred product these days. Like pomades for me are more for like textured hairstyles. Like if you're trying to do something like spiky or like have it mold to a certain thing, which my hair doesn't have that purpose anymore. Maybe even for smoothing. I was doing it for smoothing just to finish it up, and it worked, but it's like a little too sticky for what I need. So I was just happy to get through this because I've had this for years, and this is just like protecting oil for your hair, which I can't remember anything about it. I think it was fine, but nothing like to write home about, just like a hair oil. And I like hair oils. I appreciate them for, you know, keeping my hair less frizzy, and I don't know why I'm going like this right now, but you know, like this one was fine, but I do not need to buy that, you know, specifically. So 2 hairstyling products exited. We'll talk about makeup really soon, but 2 Scentsy wax melts finished out. There was only like a few left in each, so yeah, glad to have these out of my life because they smell good, but they were old. There was only like a few bars left per container, so it just felt like they were taking up space, so I was glad to get them moved out. Let's move on to makeup finally. So I used up 3 foundations, and 1 is more of like a tinted moisturizer. I think both of these might have been full size this year, and these 2 were just like the scraps from the year before. Yeah, I did like these all, I think, out of all of these. So let me go through the brands. We have the Wet n Wild Tinted Hydrator. This was good. I would get this one again. It was decent if I want a more like moisturized, like lighter vibe, but I also can just use foundation and mix it with moisturizer. That kind of does the same thing for me. So I might not get this again, even though I would get it again, if you know what I'm saying. The AOA one I would not get. This was from Shop Miss A. I don't like dropper foundations. I think they're a little messy, and like it was just not my thing. I like the foundation itself and I like the coverage, but it wasn't, I don't like dropper foundations. The Physicians Formula Butter Believe It foundation and concealer, I really did like this one actually. No, I probably would get this one again over the Milani Conceal and Perfect because I felt like this might have lasted longer on my face versus this one. This one I think was in light medium, and the Milani one was in 03 light beige. So yeah, this wasn't bad. It like did the job, but I wouldn't get this one again because I didn't like that it was kind of coming off my face a little bit towards the end of the workday. So, but staying power, I think I prefer this one. And both were like medium finish and buildable, I guess. So yep, I always get through foundations. It's my staple makeup product. I used up one concealer this year, which this kind of shocked me. I thought I was going to have way more than that. There's one that I'm using right now that is kind of on its tail end-ish, sort of. But yeah, no, I just finished this one. This is the NYX Bare With Me Concealer Serum. This is very popular, but I don't think this is for me. Like, I think it's nice and it's moisturizing, which I get, that's what people like, but I don't think it covered enough for me. Yeah, it didn't offer the coverage, and I felt like it wasn't long lasting on me. I don't know. It's just like, I can see why people would like this. I think if you have a certain skin type, this is awesome, but I don't have the skin type, I guess, or the preference that this is made for. So, it was hyped up, but not my type of concealer, and I would not get this one again. The one I'm using right now, the Incognito one by Wet n Wild, I'm really enjoying that one, and it's been a while since I've like repurchased a concealer, and that one, like, side note, is really good for me. Finished up these mascaras this year. Two were samples. These took forever. These are the Ilia ones. Like, one is the Limitless Lash Mascara, and this one is the Fullest Volumizing Mascara. Fullest Volume one was more like fluttery lashes, and the white one was more the Impact Lash. That's the Limitless Lash, and I don't need to be paying really expensive prices for mascara. I just don't need to do that. So those won't be repurchased, but I did use that up. And then this one is the Milani Anti-Gravity. I really like this one. I would repurchase this one again, but right now my favorite is the L'Oreal Telescopic. So this is decent though. I thought this did everything that I wanted it to do for my lashes, like made them thicker, longer. The impact was good with this one. So yeah, those are the three that I used up. But dang, these lasted forever though. So I will say that. Those mascaras lasted a really long time. One face powder. This is the Too Faced Peach Perfect loose setting powder. I bought this years ago, but it lasted me way longer than this year. I had it in a project. The main lesson here is that it takes me a long time to use setting powder, even though I use setting powders every single time I do my makeup. So yeah, you'll get your money's worth out of these things, especially if they're this size. And I know this was a popular line and people really love this powder, and it was good, but I don't really miss it either. It's just like, it was a nice powder and that was it, like, ready to move on. I used up two perfumes. I feel weird saying two perfumes because one's like a sample and this was like literally like up to here. Yeah, they emptied up this year. This one was a fruity one that I liked, but I'm not really into fruity perfumes as much. I mean, it had a floral note in there too, but like, yeah. This is the Love Struck Vera Wang perfume, and this one was the Vanilla Woods one by the Seven Virtues. This one was okay. It was harder to get out towards the end because the nozzle on this thing was just like not right. I don't know what was going on with that, but whatever, it was a sample. I've scaled down like a lot of my perfumes. I don't have nearly as much as I used to in the past. I think I'm down to like 3 actual perfumes now, 3 to 4, something like that, which is as minimal as I've ever been in my life when it comes to perfumes. And I'm still looking to declutter other things like body sprays and stuff like that. But yeah, I am very hesitant to buy perfume from now on. I like to have something that smells nice, but I don't need a huge bottle of it. I don't go through it fast enough. I just dab it on when I feel like it. And I do wear it like most days, I think, but there's also days when I don't care. So I don't know. In terms of like pigmentless lip balm or gloss, I used up 2 of these just straight up lip balms and a clear lip gloss. Just cheapy little lip balms that were in my kid's goodie bag that he didn't want to use, and I just used them because they were there. Just a Fruity Pop one from Shop Miss A, but I don't think it's exceptional. I think you can find these anywhere, like any type of clear gloss will do. Finished up this sample of the Laneige Lip Sleeping Mask, which I did like this in the fall when they had like the Black Friday sale. I was like, ooh, I think I want to get the full-size Laneige lip sleeping masks. I'm more than okay not having bought the full-size ones, like, especially now seeing that I used up a sample and like completely forgot that I used up the sample. Like, I don't know. So for the price point, it probably is fine that I did not buy that. I used up one eyeshadow sample, which that's all I used up in terms of eyeshadows, you guys. I hit pan in eyeshadows this year, but that's what I actually finished. This was Melon by MAC. It was the eyeshadow pigment. It was decent, but I don't know. That's about all I cared to finish this year. I don't know. 2 actual colored lip products. This one was the Too Faced birthday suit lip paint. This took way longer than it appears. Like, it's small, but it lasted so long. It was a good color, but again, one of those products that like I don't think about it. Like, it's gone and I just thought I would miss it and didn't miss it as much as I thought I would or thought about it at all. So there you go. And then the Ilia one, which I don't want to call this an empty, but it kind of is as empty as I was going to get it. This was the lip oil, the balmy gloss one in the shade Only You. And I didn't like this too much. I didn't like the texture of this lip oil. I didn't like the color that much. It just was weird. So glad I got that used up as much as I could. But I did use it till maybe about like here. So I kind of want to call it an empty, but yeah. I finished up one mini highlighter this year. Super exciting. This is the Ulta Liquid Illuminator in Starlight. A rollover from last year, I think, from a project for sure. I'm so glad to kick out a highlighter. This was really, really nice. And it probably shouldn't have taken me that long to use this because I probably could have mixed it with stuff. But that's not really how I wanted to use it. I would not be opposed to getting a liquid highlighter again in the future because I think they're nice. But it can't be bigger than that. It can't be like full body, like out of control size thing. I think this is the perfect size for a liquid highlighter for me. And I also used up some white strips as well. So those aren't anything remarkable. These are just like the crust ones and they were super old and sitting around for way too long. And I used up more than 2 of them, but yeah. I'm happy with this. This is realistic for me. I do not know if I'm going to be collecting all my empties for 2024. I don't think I will just because it's a lot of stuff that collects throughout the year. And I kind of have the data that I need right now. And I will probably keep tabs on my empties in 2024 in terms of like filming things. And I might even jot down like how many of each category or like keep some sort of like running record of what I'm using up. I just might not keep the physical things anymore because it's a lot of stuff and it's overwhelming at the end of the year. It's both really cool and exciting, but still overwhelming at the end of the year to see everything in front of you. And I can kind of talk about it without saving everything. It's just like a lot of trash. So we'll see. Thank you guys so much for watching this entire empties video. It was a lot of products, I know. Planning on doing a declutter next or really soon. And I'm still trying to decide what projects I want to participate in. If I want to participate in any this year, like how I want to do that. So definitely stay tuned. And like and subscribe if you're into this kind of content, low buy stuff. But I will see you guys in the next video.